Hey everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about 5-star products. So just like 5-star hotels, 5-star products are one of those products that never fail to please. They do what they say they're going to do. They show up every time. Their service is great. They just get 5 stars, best rating for what they do, not only for us, but they can do for our families, and they're consistent time after time. The other thing that I love about 5-star products is they tend to be products that you can refer to when you've tried something else and maybe it hasn't worked, or maybe it's that first thing that you go to every single time. So make sure you know what these 5-star products are. I think I have 6 or 7 of them. I'm not sure. I kind of lost count. I was going through and thinking, is this a 5-star product? It is. I'm going to add it. So I've got a few more. At first I started with 5-star products, but then I ran away with myself. Some of them are going to be oldies but goodies. You're going to kind of nod your head and go, yep, of course that's on the list. And a couple of other ones we haven't talked about in a long time. So today's our day to really hit the ground running and talk about 5-star products. Now, if you've been a follower for a long time and if you've used 5-star products in the past, I'd love to hear from you in the chat. What products have you used? And as I'm talking about them, we'd love to hear from you down below. Just give me a shout out, let me know. So we're calling these spring heroes. And of course, you're all my spring heroes because you're the ones who are showing up here week after week, listening to us. And thank you for everyone who's here every week. We are up to 100,000 views, which is just unbelievable for us, this little tiny channel. And we're so incredibly proud. And we want to be able to continuously provide you with great product recommendations, things that you really enjoy. And we're constantly tweaking our what we produce and what we put out there, because we want to make sure that it's relevant to you and to your family and your friends, and so that you're able to share information with others that makes sense on a regular basis. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of holidays first. And these are really, I have to tell you, I changed the title of this presentation about 4 or 5 times because I was going to call it spring food. And then I was going to call it spring, I don't know what, spring products or spring into new things, and finally I came up with spring heroes. But I want to make sure that I'm saying a couple of different things. Number one is Happy Easter. So anyone who was celebrating yesterday, thank you so much for joining us, and Happy Easter to you and to your family. We celebrated Easter here. Both of my kids were home for the weekend, and it was really lovely. So just warmer, brighter days. Easter is a time of joy and renewal, and I don't know, it's one of my favorite holidays. I hope that if you're celebrating, you're with family and friends, and it was a beautiful, productive day for you. If you were celebrating or are celebrating Passover, because we're kind of in the middle of Passover at this point, happy Passover. We've got some of our friends are celebrating Passover, and you want to make sure that you're finding freedom from negative thoughts through relationships this Passover 2023. And that really, we wish you the arrival of Passover and spring bring you new energy and inspiration. It is a beautiful holiday. Again, a holiday of renewal and joy, and a little bit longer than Easter. It lasts 8 days. So many people are still celebrating Passover. We're kind of in the middle of it. Third holiday I just want to mention is Ramadan, and many of our Muslim neighbors and friends are celebrating Ramadan. They are in the middle of Ramadan. The start date was about March 22nd, if I'm not mistaken, and will follow the sighting of the new moon over Mecca. So it's going to last for 30 days and will end on about April 21st. With the celebratory days of Eid al-Fitr starting on Saturday, the 22nd of April, or maybe the Sunday, the 23rd. And then before the end of Ramadan, people do works of charity and mercy, very much like in Lent, the days leading up to Easter. The special prayers that people will do, and they make something that's called Zakat al-Fitr, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I did study Arabic, so hopefully my pronunciation is not horrible, but that's basically a charitable contribution, traditionally of a staple food item. It can be done for the less fortunate, and it can be done in groups or individually. We're called in my religion to also give alms to the poor and do fasting and prayer, which is very similar to Ramadan. It is unusual, however, that Lent and Ramadan would overlap each other. So this is kind of a magical year that Lent and Ramadan and Easter and Passover are all really the same few days. That's just magical in my opinion. And then, at the end of Ramadan, at the end of the 30 days, there'll be a big celebration with family and friends and feasting. So we want to wish everybody happy Ramadan, happy Passover, and happy Easter. And thank you so much for being here on this special weekend. Okay, 5-star products. Now, when I talk about 5-star products, I really want to make sure that you know that these are products, doTERRA products that can be taken like food, right? Or supplements, right? And they can change the course of your health. And I really mean that. I've been taking most of these products since I first joined doTERRA 11 years ago. I mean, gosh, is it really that long? I think it is. And I've seen amazing health benefits from these all the years. I'll also have to say that in general, when you're taking a natural product, you have to be consistent. These are not things that you just kind of pop out one capsule, take it one time, and expect a transformation. Most things don't work like that, but many people think, oh, well, it's natural. It should work right away and be instantaneous, but it's not. So you got to hang in there. These are my hands down favorites. I want to talk to you a little bit about food first, because I think that's important. And let me give you a little bit of a lead up. So let's talk about omega-3 fatty acids and why they're incredibly important. They have a lot of health benefits, powerful health benefits for the body and for the brain. They're linked to things like heart health, reduced inflammation. They have also protect us against many severe chronic conditions. They can act like lubricant in our joints, and we want to make sure that we're moving our joints on a regular basis, but that we're also getting enough omega-3 fatty acids. In our diet right now, and I would say this is worldwide, we tend to get omegas at high amounts of omega-6s. So we take omega-3s to kind of balance that out. That wasn't always the case. We used to eat diets, I don't know how many years ago, but let's say a while back, certainly before I was born, and all of you were born as well, that we're more or less balanced in omega-6 and omega-3s. And it wasn't necessary for us to supplement in the way that we do now. But because many of our processed foods and certain of our plant foods are depleted in omega-3s, we're actually kind of encouraged to increase our omega-3s so that we can balance out 3 and 6. So things like lowering triglycerides and good cholesterol increasing can all be done using omega-3 supplementation. I'm showing some foods here, natural products that actually contain good sources of omega-3. If you're a person who eats these, hooray. But I will say it depends on the quantity of the food that you are eating. Many of you know that I've been pursuing intermittent fasting now for about 8 months. While it is a wonderful transformative practice for me, and I think I'll be doing this for the rest of my life, I clearly understand when I'm eating in a much smaller eating window, for me to actually get all of the products that I need, all of the food amounts and quantities, and balance them all out is extremely difficult. When I look at a picture even like this, I know that while certain things are going to be available to me, things like olives and olive oil and salmon and maybe broccoli or other leafy greens, really supplementation is the way for me to go. You may not know that the process of fish oil extraction involves pressing cooked fish and then using a centrifuge to separate the oil from the extracted fluid. And the fluid that is extracted is a high source, not only of omega-3s, but of vitamins A and D, both of which are very good for the skin. More than 50 years ago, Danish scientists noticed specific Inuit, Alaskan population, so that's part of the United States, and also sort of the lower parts of Canada and Russia, had relatively rare heart disease due to diets high in salmon, herring, and sardines, all fatty fishes. Now, many people choose not to eat fatty fish at all. So we also have other means of getting our omega-3s. I want to talk to you a little bit more about why we need our omega-3s specifically for our heart and then for our brain. So fish, as we know, are low in saturated fat, and omega-3s have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects and can improve the function of endothelial cells that line the blood vessels. So it might perhaps behoove you to take some omega-3s. That's what I would say. They have the potential also to lower your risk of certain measures of heart failure. So we want to make sure that we're lowering those, because really our heart is our most important, I would say our most important organ besides our brain, but really they can't function either one of them independently. Let's talk for a minute about the brain. We know that omega-3s can do things like increase memory, accelerate learning, allow us to have good cognitive well-being. Blood flow to the brain increases with the ingestion of omega-3s. They're really well tolerated in general and risk-free. If you're a person who's troubled, perhaps, I don't know, you have a sensation of a fishy taste in your mouth, you can always freeze your omega-3s, and then when you take them, that will be dissipated right away. I often encourage people who say, well, such and such a capsule or gel cap is just not pleasant for me. Just freeze it. It'll work just as well for you. The other thing is the elderly can usually tolerate omega-3s very well. Also, people who eat foods, fewer healthy foods high in omega-3s are more prone to all sorts of memory issues and focus issues that we don't see in the general population. So something to keep in mind. As we age, we want to make sure that we're getting enough healthy omega-3s. Also, cognitive impairment or cognitive decline occurs naturally in older populations, and there are many ways that we can increase the oxygenation of the brain, but certainly omega-3s are something that we want to consider on a regular basis. Now let's talk a little bit about benefits for children. Now we know that doTERRA does offer an omega-3 supplement for children. I'm actually not going to talk about that today because I don't want to go into, but there is an omega-3 supplement for children. They're essential fats important for children for growth, for bone health, just like they're important for adults. So let's talk about our first hero product, and that's our XE Omega. So I love the omegas. It's 900 milligrams of marine lipids, including 300 milligrams of EPA, 300 of DHA, 60 of other mixed omegas of omega-3s, and then a blend of 250 milligrams of plant source fatty acids. And then we've got, as I mentioned, EPA, DHA, ALA, and SDA, and those are all different sorts of types of omegas. It's encapsulated in a vegetarian-friendly capsule, but obviously not vegan, correct? And it does contain a proprietary blend of clove, frankincense, thyme, cumin, wild orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, and German chamomile. I actually take this supplement on a daily basis, and it is hands down one of my favorites. Even if I skip my other supplements, I don't skip this one. That's how much I really like it and feel the benefits of it. You want to make sure that you're not keeping it in a place that's too warm, because you want to remember it's not a powdered supplement. It's like a liquid gel cap. And so you want to make sure that you're protecting it in terms of heat. If, on the other hand, you are completely vegan, you want to try the VE Omega, an excellent source of omegas from vegetarian sources. 450 milligrams of ALA from flaxseed, 105 milligrams of inchi oil, 20 milligrams of GLA from borage oil, and then 100 milligrams of DHA from algae oil, all of which are essential fatty acids, easy to source, easy to take. I have taken the supplement in the past. I don't take it right now just because of convenience, but if you are vegan, you should absolutely consider this. It also has 1 milligram of astaxanthin, which is a powerful antioxidant carotenoid, great for the eyes, support for all of our finer structures, if you will, within the body. I love the omega products, and I absolutely consider them both the X and the V, the 5-star products. So let's talk about a little bit about our next 5-star product. And this one may actually come as a surprise to you. Something that you haven't maybe considered is our nutritional fiber. Now, we need fiber for our microbiome. We need it for our intestinal tract. We also don't traditionally get enough fiber from our daily diet. Many diets throughout the world are depleted of fiber completely. A single serving of the fiber product from doTERRA does contain 6 milligrams of fiber. Not quite enough for a full daily dose, but we're encouraged to get between 25 and 40 milligrams per day. So 6 can help you along on your journey. I'm assuming if you're listening to me on a regular basis, you're eating healthier foods, and some of those are going to contain fiber. However, I know for myself, I will sometimes go through my day and think, wait, I had X, Y, Z, A, B, C, and none of those foods contain a lot of fiber. Sometimes we fool ourselves into thinking that the foods that we're eating actually contain a lot of fiber. Yesterday, I ate a lot of special but yummy Easter foods, and very few of them had fiber in it. We had a potato dish, and I left on the skin, so that obviously has some fiber. We had asparagus, which obviously has some fiber, and a couple of other foods that had fiber in them, or I had added fiber to them. But my total for the day was probably fairly low. Many of the foods were just yummy specialty foods that we eat during this particular season. I was not counting fiber, but kind of towards the end of the day, I thought about it, and I drank a scoop of fiber in about 500 milliliters of water. It's a powdered lemon flavored drink. Has some essential oils in it. It's got some prebiotic blend, which is also going to help you if you're taking probiotics, because you're going to allow your digestive system to get that pre-fiber, so that when it does get fiber, you're going to be able to really boost the amount of fiber that you're absorbing. And the fiber sources in the fiber product include sources from apple, tapioca, flaxseed, and the prebiotic source from natural ingredients like Jerusalem artichoke and chicory root, all of which are wonderful for us. You can take it on an empty stomach. You could also consider taking it later in the day if you wish. It really all depends. If you're not a person who's accustomed to taking fiber on a regular basis, I would kind of work up to it, because if you are at 0 and you suddenly begin to take a lot of fiber, you will get some, I don't know, your digestive system will say, hey, what's going on here? What are all these new things that you're throwing in here? Don't want to make sure that you're feeling healthy and strong. So ease into your fiber intake. If you're a person like me, who in general eats a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables and whole grains and beans, this is just kind of topping up what I take on a regular basis. If you're there like me, go right ahead, just jump right in. I like the flavor. I don't find it difficult to drink or take at all. And I'm taking it now on a regular basis, because as I said, sometimes we eat things not the best, right? And this is a way of kind of protecting our digestive tract and making sure that we're getting exactly the nutrients that we need. So again, doTERRA fiber, another 5-star product. Next on the hit parade, I love GX Assist. And I know this is a product that traditionally has been associated with cleanses. I do want you to consider it for cleanses, and springtime is a great time for you to cleanse. When you do the doTERRA cleanse, you would be taking this for 10 days straight, between 1 and 3 capsules a day for 10 days, until you really feel that your system has been cleaned out. Normally, when I take the GX Assist supplement, I don't need it for 10 days. However, the reason why I'm calling this a 5-star product is I will often use this product when I'm just feeling under the weather. I use it because I want to supplement either my nutrition, or I want to make sure that I'm getting rid of either any sort of bugs that I've picked up cleaning out my digestive system, making sure that whatever I have, not depleting myself, but really just cleaning it out so that I can begin to rebuild. And then I would be taking things like my probiotics and other products, maybe the doTERRA protein, to make sure I'm getting healthier and stronger. When we take GX Assist, we basically create an unfriendly environment for potential threats that can disrupt our digestive system. The other thing is you would maybe pair this with your enzymes so that you're getting the 1, 2, 3 punch, if you will, for rebuilding your digestive system. And hey, your digestive system wasn't built in a day. You're not going to rebuild it in a day. Cleansing is an excellent first start, but keeping GX Assist on hand on a regular basis can help remind you that this is something that you want to take whenever you're feeling a lot under the weather. It does contain strong, powerful ingredients, things like oregano, melaleuca, lemon and lemongrass, peppermint and thyme, all of which are wonderful for our nutritional maintenance. So you want to consider taking this product for 10 days if you're going to go through a cleanse in general. If not, just keep it on hand. You can always refrigerate it, and you should be able to go through a bottle within about 6 months or so if you're taking it periodically. As I said, not a product to be taken every day, taken periodically to boost our general health. Another 5-star product. Of course, PB Assist, they have to go hand in hand. I take PB Assist every single day. You could take it less frequently, but I feel like we really need the probiotics, especially now with our depleted foods. It can protect sensitive probiotic cultures from stomach acid, meaning that because the capsule is double encapsulated, you've seen sort of the photographs of the amazing 1-2 white-green capsules. It allows the prebiotics to drop down further into the digestive tract so that we're actually able to absorb the probiotics and make sure they get to the right place within our system. Only 2 of our products have that micro-encapsulated or double encapsulated type of capsule. One is our PB Assist and the other is our turmeric, again, to make sure that the product is getting down into the digestive tract. Your gastrointestinal tract, if you didn't know, is actually 25 feet long, which is about 6 meters, if I'm not mistaken. Anybody want to correct me in the chat? Super long, and we want to make sure that we're digesting and absorbing nutrients from our food while also eliminating waste from our body. So the GR tract, which really, particularly the intestines, perform important immune functions, and we want to support and protect it. And a healthy intestinal tract is really critical for optimal digestion and also optimal health. So PB Assist goes on my 5-star recommendations. Next on the hit parade are DDR capsules. Now, I know many of you don't actually take the capsules. You may be taking the essential oil in a capsule or applying the essential oil topically. I find that I love the essential oil, but that I use the DDR PRIME capsules more. They do include frankincense, wild orange, litsea, thyme, clove, summer savory, neoli, and lemongrass. And all of those products work for healthy cellular response, cognitive functions, immunity support, antioxidant properties, oxidative stress to combat oxidative stress, and then help protect against environmental threats. So this is a hero product in a way that many others are not. I would also be alternating DDR PRIME capsules with other capsules that can really help to support your immune system. So I might be, and I do actually alternate DDR PRIME capsules with On Guard capsules, or perhaps Deep Blue capsules, or ALPHA CRS capsules, or other capsules that I know are supporting my digestive tract and also providing me with antioxidant properties. So consider getting into what I'm going to call a rotation of those 4 different types of capsules, and take them on a regular basis and challenge your body. So if you're taking 4, be rotating between 4, maybe every 3 months, you kind of go to the next one, go to the next one, or you can do a 1-month rotation, finish the bottle and then go to the next one. I think either one of those would be an amazing way for you to support your system. I like to challenge my body. I find sometimes if I take the same things again and again and again, I eventually just don't see the same wonderful effects that I saw in the beginning. When I go back to it in a few months, I absolutely begin to see increased results. So try the same thing if you haven't already. Okay, so now I'm going to add in two quick products that you already know, and you're probably thinking, yeah, I know, but I'm going to mention them anyway. One is MICROPLEX VMz, and of course, adding this to your XE Omegas or your VE Omegas are going to help give you that 1-2 punch. You've got things like vitamins and minerals in here. It is a metabolism booster, essential for bone health. You want to combine this with your MetaPower products. Again, another group of hero products, but I felt like the products we're talking about today are a little more under the radar, except of course for our LLV products. You've got peppermint, ginger, caraway with digestive enzymes that are going to help you to digest this product easily. It's also one of those products, in my humble opinion, that you can take even on an empty stomach and not get that kind of gurgly feeling that you sometimes get from other nutritional supplements. I love this product and I've been taking it for years, and I really do see a difference if I stop for whatever reason. Sometimes I'm traveling and I run out, or I go somewhere, or my order hasn't come, but I really do. I've been taking this product for years and years, and I just love it to death. Third one on the hit parade is our ALPHA CRS. You know about ALPHA CRS. I don't have to tell you about it. You know that it supports healthy cellular function, healthy mitochondria. It supports the brain, the heart. It has some, again, amazing products like polyphenols, resveratrol, ellagic acid. It has curcumin and boswellic acid in there, all of which help to really boost your body and get rid of that oxidative stress that we have just from living, right? And if you're living in a big city, you may even have a little bit more. So take your ALPHA CRS or get your vitamins and your XE Omegas, and then kind of rotate that third product. That's what I do. So I don't know if that's a secret or not, but it's not a secret anymore because you're all hearing it. I kind of go through a cycle. I'll take this for a while, and then I'll take some of our other antioxidant products. And I really love that way of challenging my body, just in case. Okay. I want to mention a couple of other things to you in case you're having difficulty taking your supplements or remembering to take your 5-star products, because this is really key. You can have them, you can buy them, you can stick them in a closet, but if you're not honestly taking them, it's not a great thing. So number one, I would suggest is try something like a meal planner or budget tracker, something that's going to allow you to sort of challenge yourself and check off. I did it, maybe with stickers, maybe with some sort of check mark in a box. I love these kinds of things because they are, I don't know, it's almost like they give you a little daily reward, and we really do need daily rewards. No one in your family and none of your friends is going to say, good for you, you took your vitamins again. After a while, they're going to get totally bored, but you can get that kind of attaboy, that pat on the back every single day by using something like this. That's going to help you to remember and also give yourself a little bit of a ding, a gold star every single day. The other thing that I want to suggest to you is maybe a habit tracker. And this is the same sort of thing. You can track multiple habits at the same time, whether it's drinking water or doing an exercise practice. I love daily habit trackers. They are similar to meal planners, but they are a little bit more streamlined. This is more like adding a dot into a box, and you can keep track. They give you that same pat on the back or attaboy. If you're a person who's kind of low maintenance, this is a great way for you to go. And it's a little bit easier. I don't know. I tend to love stickers, but a lot of men think stickers are just silly and weird. So if you're not a sticker person, this could be something for you. You know that all of you know that I use the Full Focus Planner from the Hyatt & Company, and at the bottom of the goals, I can set any habit that I want, make it a goal for that quarter of the year, and I can actually check off every single day how I'm doing against the progress of my goals. And I frequently pick new goals, whether it's exercising or ingesting a certain thing. Now my fiber is going on to my habit tracker. Water had been on there at one point, but I'm now an expert water drinker, so I don't even have to track that habit anymore. I'm just in the habit of getting up, serving the water, keeping with me throughout the day. But if you're a person who's gotten out of the habit or never had the habit in the first place, these are great things for you. And then last but not least, and I know some of you use it, I know this sometimes this looks kind of like, I don't know, old-fashioned, right? Let's say it out loud. But 72,000 people on Amazon, yes, 72,000 said this was their pill tracker box of choice. So we're going to post it down below. I feel like, could 72,000 people all be wrong? I don't think so. I actually have one like this. Yes, I know it looks like a grandma pill box, but it really works. And the boxes stay closed and it pops up easily. It's super inexpensive. I want to say it's around $10, more or less, 10 US. If you can't get this one, get another one. But honestly, Amazon sells this one and it's super easy. And sometimes, I don't know, I tape mine down when I travel. And then sometimes when I peel off the tape, if I don't use the right kind of tape, all the days of the week kind of pop off, like the writing pops off. Now I'm using a less sticky tape, so I'm preserving it. But I've had years where literally all the writing was gone, everything was gone, and I was still using it. It was just amazing. And so this is something you can do an AM and PM. If you're not a person who takes an AM and PM, you're only taking your supplements once a day. You could fill this up for 14 days if you wanted. I won't tell anybody. It's between you and your pill box, right? It's private. Okay. Thank you for having been here. This has been a lot of fun. You know that we are on all social media platforms, posting all the time. We're so happy that you're here. We're so happy that it's spring. I have to say, this is just, it's a season of renewal. I was in my church services yesterday and our pastor stood up and basically said that he was so grateful for renewal and for a season of giving and happiness and joy and community. And I thought, yes, that's a wonderful thing. That's exactly what we're hoping for here, really, and here on this channel and really everywhere else. So happy spring. Happy every holiday that you're celebrating, and have a wonderful, wonderful week. For those of you who are on the YouTube, stay tuned. If you're on the YouTube, we're going to say a fond farewell to you. Have a wonderful week. If you're on live, you can stay on and you can win we have some great prizes we're going to give away. We will be back again next week with a new and exciting topic, and I hope you'll stay tuned. Have fun, everyone, and happy spring. See you real soon. Bye-bye now. Okay, I'm having a little trouble with my recording button, which is why I'm still here. So I'll say goodbye one more time. Bye-bye now.